So I just wanted to take this time. I want to talk about Nick Cannon, Terry Crews, and I don't know how to say her name, Crissy Teigen. She's a John Legend's wife, and I'm gonna start with her, okay? And I'm gonna tie this into something biblical. This is not gossip. I don't hate any of these people, but I'm gonna bring a point by using what's going on in the world. So recently, some tweets came up that she deleted. She said she deleted 62,000 tweets. First thing was, it reminded me of Hillary Clinton deleting those, 30,000 something emails. And the reason she deleted them is because they're very, odd. And when I first saw the tweets, I was like, Mel, let me make sure, because there's so much fake news out there. There's so much fake information you got to verify. But these tweets are from, I see 2004, 2009. One of them, and the reason why I think it really was trending is because of the Wayfair thing and all the Hollywood elite pedophile stuff that is coming out that we've been talking about. So one, she says, if you said, eat this one bite of human and you can eat any other meat the rest of your life, our Chrissy, you eat turkey forever, I'd eat human. She says, I just saw a baby that looked like a porn star, like a trashy do anything porn star. Is this wrong to think? And then I'm going to read a couple of these other ones. I want pizza. Brad Pitt just handed us a pizza. I woke up this morning with a pizza on my chest and ranch dressing all over me. So if you think I'm too good for this, you are sadly mistaken. Then she tweeted something about pedophiles delight, toddlers and tiaras, star four, fake boobs, fake butt, right? So the pizza stuff, talking about the Pizzagate, that was code and all that kind of stuff, similar to like the Wayfair lockers. So strange that she tweeted all these times about pizza. Who knows? That could be conspiracy. She could have a point there. We don't know, right? I'm not going to jump over it. But says I'm going to jail over pizza. She's talking a lot about pizza. It's just weird. But here's where it becomes kind of like, okay, there's something going here. The one tweet about, the babies looking like prostitutes, and then seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just ... I want to put myself in jail, toddlers and tiaras. It always weirds me out how strong little toddlers' tummies can look, and I aware of how absolutely disturbing that sounds. A belly in a shirt with a small, sexy toddler on it saying, number one, duh. What does a guy wear to a toddler in tiaras party? So it sounds sick. It sounds disgusting, right? Now, here's the thing. God knows, and they're going to have to answer. And I believe that what's done in the dark will come to the light. I definitely do believe there are a lot of pedophiles in Hollywood. I think a lot of them are about to get exposed. But here's the issue that I have, is that you go to Google and you try to look it up, right? And I've already confirmed that this is real, but all you see, because she's one of the biggest nasty mouth, people who bash Trump. So they love her, right? I can't find the tweets, when you Google, and I've said this many times, Ted Cruz has talked about this. You have to dig deep to find bad news on the people that they like. They even talked about this in the election, right? If you put Trump in, you'll find all the, his bad pictures. You know how it is when they just take random pictures and stuff like that. And then you find all the good ones of Clinton and Biden. So it might seem like something petty, but once again, we see how they're trying to control information. Even if you put in, black Trump supporters, there's a lot of them, but you have to really look to find the pictures. They won't just put it at the top. So why that bothers me, okay? Beyond just, if she's a predator, pedophile, all that kind of stuff like that, she's always giving me weird vibes. She's never sat right in my spirit. And I've noticed a lot of people like her, it seems like they have like these very passive, quiet husbands that they can dominate. And there's a couple like that, in Hollywood. And then they're also into that spirit cooking stuff. So when she was talking about eating the bodies and stuff, that witch, Maria Amabrovich or whatever her name is, she's cooking the bodies and these people are eating from it, right? So it's very suspect, very demonic. She gives me, just weird vibes. But, she's against Trump and stuff, so people love her. And I feel like they try to protect the people like that. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was, so Terry Crews, he had tweeted, he said, if you are a child of God, you are my brother and sister. I have a family of every race, creed, and ideology. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. And here's one of the response to his tweets. This is unintellectual and irresponsible. You are developing into an enemy of the people. Ignorance will be your downfall. I don't agree with the way that people attack Terry Crews. People talking about he's talking from a hurt place. If you just look at the statement that he said, right? And I noticed this is something we like to do in the black community. Anytime somebody brings up something that we don't want to talk about or we don't want to address, it's like they want to bury it or they want to silence these. Now's not the time to talk. Like, it's never the time to talk about it. But now is not the time to talk about it. Now is not the time to say that. But if you just look at his statement, right? You just look at it. If you're a child of God, you're my brother and sister. I have family of every race, creed, and ideology. That's a good way to live. We must ensure Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into Black Lives Better. And so now people are responding to this like he's saying something that is just so outlandish, so crazy, so wild, so ridiculous. Like, it's just impossible that people think that anybody would think Black lives are better, or that they would want to dominate, or that they're the superior race. But then guess what? Here comes Nick Cannon showing exactly why Terry Crews was absolutely correct. So he gets fired over anti-Semitic comments. He compares white people to animals and things like that. And he says some stuff, I think he follows, Farrakhan and them. And so he said some stuff that, this is the way that I always like to look at it. If somebody else had said it of a different race, it would be backlash. Same thing with Crissy, whatever her name is. Some of the stuff that she said, if other people had tweeted it, it's like, it really reminds me of Hillary Clinton. That's why I brought up the emails, because she tweets this stuff, and if somebody else tweeted it, they would just automatically assume, pedophile, predator. They would use it against them. I haven't seen any news stories about it, right? Because they don't want to talk about it. Same way that they talk about Russia, but they never wanted to talk about, hey, Hillary Clinton, why did you delete those emails? What were you scared of? What was in those emails that were you afraid of? You never heard them putting on the pressure for that, the same way they put on the pressure to say, Russia interfered with the elections, which ended up not being true as far as, Trump and Russia colluding, right? So Terry Crews says the statement, and then, he's getting the backlash, he's getting the attack. Then Nick Cannon comes, and he's pretty much saying that, Black people were got the, how do you say this? I can't even talk right now. We're melanated, right? We got that in the skin. We've got the color in our skin. And because of that, white people are scared and they're afraid. So they got to rape, they got to dominate, they got to enslave, they got to do all these things because they're scared of that power that comes with, having that color in that skin. It sounds kind of prejudiced. Sounds like you're judging based off, the skin color, the outside appearance, what we say we don't want nobody else to do, right? Now remember, they're attacking Terry Crews like it's so hard to believe that people would, go into Black Lives Better, but I see it all the time. You have Beyonce talking about Black is King. Kanye West said Jesus is King. No coincidence, she comes later, Black is King. There are people who are worshiping their skin color because evil does not discriminate. It's not only white people could be evil. That's why you see videos of people of all races doing evil things that we often want to ignore. We want to act like it's not happening, right? It's people doing violent things, beating kids, molesting kids. I saw Tyler get kicked in the head, people jumping, people beating people. There was these kids, I remember in Chicago, kidnapped this white kid and was torturing him for days. People are capable of evil regardless of the skin color because it's a sin issue. It's a heart issue. But, oh no, Terry Crews, you're just so way off. Then here comes Nick Cannon with these statements. I said, man, we got to wake up and we got to pay attention. And here's the crazy part. Most people are actually I've seen Christians defending Nick Cannon. Oh, they fired him because he's Black. And it's like they're mad, they're upset, and they don't, it's almost like, we have this dangerous sense of loyalty, like, well, because he's Black, we give him a pass. President Obama, first Black president, so nothing he did we can say was bad. You can't criticize him because that's just not the Black thing to do. Even though he pushed that LGBTQ agenda and all these kind of different things, nope, can't do it. So Nick Cannon does this. What he said was wrong. Okay, if anybody else had said it from a different race, made similar statements, it would be the end. But when he says it, it's okay. People doing the riots, people doing the breaking into stuff. Obviously, there's a difference between protesting and riots, but there's people out there doing bad stuff, and we act like, oh, we don't want to see it, we don't want to acknowledge it. There's, and I'm just going down this route because I just feel led to, in the black community, we kill each other more than anybody else, but we want to act like, well, let's focus on these other things. Let's not talk about that. And so I said all that to say I've really been concerned when I've been looking at what's going on in this world. I've been looking at, how we hold people accountable. It's like, if they like you, for example, Hillary Clinton, if you're the popular one, Joe Biden, perfect example, Joe Biden, they protect you. Joe Biden, I posted this collection of different videos of him over the years saying just the most racist stuff. I mean, video after video, like blatant racist stuff. And I'm like, man, if Trump said this, he would be impeached. It would be over. There's no way Trump could say the things that Biden said and still be in office. But because people just don't like Trump, and they just don't like him, they can't even tell you why they're voting for Biden. They give Biden a pass. Well, Trump did it. You cannot find anything that Trump has said that is more racist than what Biden said. Facts. And I put a challenge out there the other day, and I said, look, if anybody can give me one quote from Trump that is more racist than the things Biden is saying in these videos, please post it. Now, I have thousands of people following me, almost 1 million people follow me on Facebook. So many people watch the video. Not one person could say anything. You know what they did? They just got in their feelings. Well, and no, but nobody could give you facts. Nobody could give you evidence. Because people see what they want to see. And so I've really been looking at what's going on in the world, and I believe that people are going to get so focused on skin color and what's right for my race and what's right for America. And then we have, the Hollywood elite people being protected and being covered. And I think that's why we see so much craziness going on, because there's a lot of elite people in power. They don't want to be exposed. And, Trump being in office, it's just like, so much stuff has been coming to the surface. They want somebody like Biden in there. They hope this stuff will go away. And I think it's a sad thing that, let me make this point, that Nick Cannon, black people so upset that he got fired. I just don't understand. It's because he was black, not because, and it's like every headline, here's the crazy thing, every headline, right, that was saying that he got fired that was liberal, it was like they were wording it kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying what it was. So most people, they're not going to read the article. They just click on the headline. And they say, oh, he got fired because he made certain statements. No, he literally said that, compare white people to animals. And pretty much said that black people were better. So, people mad and upset about what Terry Crews said, which there was nothing wrong with what he said. He just treat everybody the same. Brothers and sisters of different race, different colors, do to other people as that we're all God's children. So people want to destroy him and cancel him for that. But then I don't understand why they fired Nick Cannon. Same thing with this Crissy people, because there's a lot of believers who follow those kind of people, like her and Beyonce and stuff. I think there's something off with those individuals, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I look at Jada Pinkett Smith. I look at Gabriella Union. I look at this Chrissy Teigen. And as you look at, the stuff going on with the kids, and them, and it's just like something's kind of just, but I don't have no hate for nobody. People could look at my life and point out things too. I just, I'm saying this from my perspective in a humble way. We got to all seek God, all seek, the kingdom. That's the only hope. I feel like this world is just so divided. It's so crazy. It's so much hypocrisy. There's going to be collisions coming. Man, church, we just can't be deceived. We just can't be deceived, man. It's crazy out here. I love you guys. Be blessed. Be encouraged in Jesus' name.